Thank you for joining us today for another episode of Smart TV. I know we talked about last week that we were going to discuss scheduling tools today that you can use to help you in scheduling your social media content out. But we want to talk about something that's a little bit more pressing and important than that right now, and that is Facebook's new update. So if you're not familiar with this, Facebook did an update over the weekend. And I wanted to share this with you to help you understand what is going on with this new update that Facebook has. It really isn't super different from some of the past updates that Facebook has done, so it shouldn't come as a huge surprise to people. But it does have some implications as far as what does that mean for your business and what you are going to need to do to improve things. So if you have questions today about what's going on with Facebook's new update, let us know. We'll answer those questions for you. So Mark Zuckerberg came out last week with his annual post, and he talked about things from last year and changes they want to make this year and those kinds of things. So in that, he talked about some of the new changes that are coming to the news feed for the average person on Facebook. So we want to discuss these today. In fact, on Thursday, they put out a blog post on the company's blog that talked about this as well. So let's jump over to talk about that really fast. On the blog, what they said, let's see if I can get this to pull up. They said, because space in newsfeed is limited, showing more posts from friends and family and updates that spark conversation means we'll show less public content, including videos and other posts from publishers or businesses. So that is telling you right there that what they want to do is actually have the opportunity to, so what's going on basically? Really what it comes down to is because of the news, fake news, the stuff that's going on Facebook, because of coming regulation. Facebook has testified before Congress already, as well as Twitter and Google. They've had meetings with government officials in Europe. So Facebook's looking at some scrutiny that they haven't had in the past as much. They are looking at some new regulations and things that are going to be coming out. So they want to be proactive in helping make sure that they can handle these situations and show the governments they can handle them so they don't get regulated as much. So what they want to do is, okay, there it goes. We just made the switch. What we want to do is talk about this really quickly, that the news feed of the average person has been inundated by fake news and by a bunch of baloney advertisements and other stuff like that. And so Facebook wants to make their news feed better, want to make it easier for people to see friends and family and connect with the people they want to connect with. So that's why they have put this out there. So if you're a business or a publisher of content, your content is going to be dropped down in value automatically by default. So it's already going to be down below family and friends and personal pages on Facebook. So that's important. Now, as their sentence goes on, it says, as we make these updates, let's see, pages will see their reach, video watch time, and referral traffic decrease. Impact will vary from page to page, driven by factors including the type of content they produce, how people interact with it, pages, making posts to people generally don't react to or comment on could see the biggest decreases in distribution. Pages whose posts prompt conversations between friends will see less of an effect. So they're putting more emphasis on that value of how do we get people to talk and communicate? What does that relationship mean to that person? So this is a big key, huge key factor in what you need to be doing for your business. So very, very important to think about this, all right? So what this really means for you as a business is, yes, most likely, most businesses' organic content will see a slight decrease and drop in how far it reaches, number of people it reaches, those kinds of things. But what it really, really means is businesses that are doing a terrible job of using social media effectively are going to be dinged for this. They're going to run into problems that are going to negatively influence their ability to reach people. So in my experience, we've worked with close to 200 different businesses on using social media effectively. And we have noticed that Most businesses do approach social media from a standpoint of traditional marketing. They want a message released to tell people to come buy from my store. And that's really all they want. They don't want to have to do all the other stuff on social media. They just want people to buy. That's the whole reason they're there, is to buy. They don't care about the rest. And we see this all the time with businesses. And really, it's not the correct way to think about it. Social media is such a different way to do business that it's literally changing how marketing is done. It's changing the game so much that right now we're getting to that point where businesses are going in kicking and screaming into the social media and new digital age. So what we recommend for these businesses is stop talking about yourself all the time. Stop posting stuff that is irrelevant. Stop posting things that are just ads. Okay, social media is not about talking about yourself. It's not about talking about your business. It's about talking about things that people generally want to understand. When you are genuine with them, when you help people understand things and educate as well as entertain them, they stick around and they want to work with you more and see more content from you. If you are boring, if you are stuffy, if you are putting out stuff that's just about your business, then you're going to have very few followers and you're going to see a bigger drop. Now, if you're doing clickbait, if you're putting out articles, putting out sensational titles, trying to drive them off to your site, doing things that kind of gimmick people to come into your watch your content or see things, that's going to see a drop as well. So you really want to be more authentic and more genuine in the content that you're producing. That's going to help you a tremendous amount. So if you have questions as we go along and talk about this today, please let us know. We're talking about the new Facebook updates. There's actually some keys. Let me see if I can pull this up. There was another part of their blog post that I wanted to talk about a little bit that they discussed in here. It says, so what types of page posts will show higher in the news feed? Now, page posts that generate conversation between people will show higher in newsfeed. For example, live videos often lead to discussion among viewers on Facebook. In fact, live videos on average get 6 times as many interactions as regular videos. Many creators who post videos on Facebook prompt discussion among their followers, as do posts from celebrities. In groups, people often interact around public content. Local businesses connect with their communities by posting relevant updates and creating events. And news can help start conversations on important issues. Using clickbait to goad people into commenting on posts is not a meaningful interaction, and we will continue to demote these posts in newsfeed. So that is the update that they have. You want to realize that those are the kind of things that they're looking for. So in planning the stuff for your business, you want to take more time to actually plan ahead, plan your content. That is so important. Take time to think through it. Ask yourself the question, what do my followers want to see? What are they looking for? What are they interested in? Those are things that are going to help you in creating better content. What are the things that someone's going to hit the like button on? What are posts that someone's going to comment on? Let's ask questions. Let's use polls. Let's encourage dialogue about certain things. Those are good things to do. So what are topics, what are subjects or issues or things that you can bring up on your social media sites that are relevant to your business or relevant to your followers as well? Okay, you don't want to talk about stuff that's totally random, like a restaurant talking about tax issues is probably not going to be a good fit unless your restaurant serves a ton of accountants and business people. Then maybe it will, but most of the time it won't. So if you're an accountant, a lawyer, if you do business coaching, talking about the new tax stuff that's coming out is going to be great content for you. Get people to talk and discuss about it. So if you're a restaurant, maybe you want to talk more about local events or encourage people to ask you questions or get feedback back. So it did talk about encouraging people or goading people into leaving a comment. I think what you want to be careful with are some of the GIF ones and other things like that. They do work. They do get some good interactions. People seem to like those. But just realize if it seems gimmicky, then Facebook might start devaluing those and they're not going to be seen as much. So you've got to really dial that in better to make sure it's meaningful content, meaningful things that are being discussed, not just funny random stuff. So watch out for those things. Be better at your content is the number one thing that you can do. Realize that social media is about building relationships with your future customers and current customers so that you can continue to grow your business more. being transparent with them is awesome as well. So if you have bad customer service, if you have some issues inside your business, some personnel things you might want to get taken care of, this would be a great time to get those taken care of. Make sure your business is running better so that you are more effective in working with your customers as well. And get more reviews. Encourage your customers to leave reviews will be great. That's going to help get more interactions up. Those things are going to be really, really nice. So a couple of the things that are good to think about to help you with this update that Facebook is doing is look at groups. Facebook groups is a great way to get more people to talk with you. Facebook groups is another fun opportunity to connect. It allows you to single out people that have a common idea or a common interest and get them to communicate with each other. You can use those. So some businesses it's easier and just seems more logical to use groups than other businesses. But there are some things that you can do with that. So consider doing research into Facebook groups and what you can do to work with those. Video is big. If you're not making videos for your business, then you will want to make videos. You want to get people to ask you questions. You want to get people talking with you, discussing things with you as well. So videos are a great way to get your interactions up and have it be valuable content. So those are good things to do. Live video. If you're not doing some live video, take some time and think about what can we do live. Q&A type situations, maybe interviews or something where people can ask experts questions. Maybe it's an opportunity like what we do is we just do our own TV show and we share it out there and allow people to ask us for feedback and things in there as well. So if you have major news, if you have an event, do live streaming video for it would be great. Using Facebook's event tools is going to be very important. So realize that this idea of just posting on Facebook, if I post it, they will see it, total baloney, total baloney. That's probably one of the biggest misnomers in social media is doing that. So you want to realize that you want to have high quality stuff. You want to really work on making sure that your content is dialed in. Okay, high quality, meaningful, educational, and meaningful entertainment is going to be a great thing for you. So look at the blog posts you're putting out, what kind of articles you're sharing, and again, if you're not getting interaction, have a good way to track those metrics. That is so important to track those metrics, and make sure that you're focusing on getting good content in there. What content works, what content doesn't. So have a good game plan, have a good strategy in place up front. All those things are going to help you. Now, if you are creating content and you're doing things, I would also recommend you go watch Tara with Truly Social. Let's see, I think it was just a few days ago, she put out a blog or a vlog, I should say. It's a video on YouTube about the problems with social media. That is a great video to watch. Tara does a great job on her videos. Love watching them, support her a lot. And they're great. They work well. We even use them internally for training sometimes. So that's a good one to watch to give you some more ideas on what are some of the major problems that are happening. You've got to realize that there's companies, and a lot of companies we see do this. They just want to advertise. It's not what social media is about. It's not just about advertising. You want to build relationships and continue to develop relationships. There's a time value in that. That's important. But as you do that, build a relationship, provide meaningful, valuable content to people, do things that can help you get to your target market faster, like Facebook groups, by putting out an event, promoting those events out are going to be great. All those things are going to help. Now you can use Facebook ads. You can do promoted posts to get your content out there to more people. You can do things with ads, other things with ads, lead generation, things like that. That's okay to do, get your content seen by more people. I will tell you that paying Facebook to just get your content out in front of people is not only a very lazy way to do it, but it is a very expensive way to do it. The more you get better at your pre-post stuff, you have to think like a publisher. You've got to plan your content. You've got to come up with ideas. You've got to put things together that's going to make it more meaningful for you and your followers especially. So you've got to spend some more time up front doing that. So if you're crunched for time, you're already struggling, then really look out and reach out for a company such as like ours. We do management for businesses. We do coaching. If you want to do it yourself, we can come in and teach you how to do it. Or if you do management, if you want it managed for you by people who are already doing all this for you, then we'll take it over and run with it. So that's one of the nice things about having an agency. is, and I'm sure like Tara and the other ones will tell you this as well, we live, eat, and breathe social media. We study these things. We follow the blog posts. We're researching things and comparing notes. We do things that help our clients out because we want to be continually improving our skills so that we are better and better for our customers. So the easiest way to get caught up with all the changes and not have to deal with these changes is literally just hire an agency to help you. We are good at it. We are effective and we can do things. So vet your agencies. If you have local ones you want to work with, check them out. Look at a couple of them. They're great to do. In fact, if you have a couple agencies that you're looking at in your local area and you're not sure if they're going to be good fits for you or not, I'll tell you what, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. Reach out on social media to Smart Social and talk with me, Curtis. I will be more than happy to help you in vetting other businesses, other agencies that you can hire to help you out, okay? So I'm not going to talk about my business. If you've got a couple of local companies that you want to use, then ask me and I'll be more than happy to spend my own time for free helping you understand which one of those agencies are going to be a good one and a good fit for your business. So I'm going to put that out there for everybody. So we know that there's plenty of opportunities out there and a lot of great agencies, and we want to make sure that the great agencies are getting the customers. We want the agencies that are gimmicky and the agencies that aren't doing a good job to go away, and we want the high quality ones to stay. So if you have concerns about your agency, I'd love to help you with it for free. I won't even talk to you about my agency. So if you have questions, we can discuss that, but otherwise we won't bring it up. So just in a recap, okay, with these changes on Facebook, and do not be surprised if there's more changes in the future. That's almost a guarantee. There's going to be more changes in the future. More things are going to be coming up that we're going to have to deal with. It always happens. Every social network changes about 3 or 4 things every year. So it's getting a little more worrisome, admittedly, with all the government regulation that might be coming in. However, I do not think that means Facebook is dead or social media is dead. I think it just means that people really need to pay better attention to this new way of communicating, realizing that the new way of communicating puts customers and businesses on an equal platform. And we need to treat each other equally and work together to provide good value. If you're providing value to your customers by educating them on good things to improve their life with, make their life better, and entertaining them and helping them, they'll stick around and work with you. If they're interacting with your content, then you've got good things happening. If you're not getting people to interact with your content, then you're going to see a drop. You now have a bigger uphill battle in front of you. So do not get frustrated. Just realize that things change and you're going to have to change with them. And that's just how it works. Welcome to the 21st century. That's with technology, things are changing so fast it's crazy. Change is changing so fast it's crazy. So just take that to heart and really plan. Be more meaningful in your posts. Be more meaningful in the articles that you share. Consider video. Consider doing some Facebook groups, events. If you have events, publish them on Facebook. Put those events out there. That's so huge. They can be geolocated. People can find them with Facebook's event app, which is a separate app from Facebook. There's a lot of good things you can do with events. And realize too that whatever you do, whatever changes you make to make your Facebook content better, make those changes on your other social networks. Okay, that's another great thing to think about. If you're only using Facebook, then you're missing it because you are 100% dependent upon what Facebook does. If you have Twitter, if you've got Pinterest, if you're posting on LinkedIn, if you've got these other social sites that you are posting on as well, you're not as reliant on Facebook. Because if you're connecting with your customers on multiple sites and sharing a variety of content out on those sites, because people do use sites for different reasons. People get on Facebook different than LinkedIn. So we want to make sure the content is appropriate for those networks. But the nice thing is you have a greater chance of being seen every day by your customers. So, and then if Facebook makes a change you don't like, you can still reach them on LinkedIn and Twitter and Pinterest and the other sites that are out there. So put that into account as well. Have different social sites and do not post the same thing to all your sites. Vary it up, change it up, make it more organic, make it more on purpose. Even if you're scheduling ahead, you can still make it feel organic and work those out. And be genuine. Work with people, truly educate, truly give value to your customers. The more you give value to them, the better it's going to be for you. So that's the kind of content you want on your social media sites. So it is going to take a bit of time to see this change fully take place. So some businesses are probably already experiencing it. Other ones may not have that full experience yet as this rolls out. But just realize that it's going to hit you, and you're going to see those changes in your social. So track your analytics. Make sure you're doing a good job of keeping up with what's happening. And you can see when those changes are going to happen in your analytics, and watch for them, and then figure out what do your customers want. It'll help you to be seen by more people. So work on that. Organic is not dead. Organic is still the best way to go on social. I'm not a fan of posting a lot of paid content. It's good every once in a while, but it's not good as a regular strategy. It's a very expensive way to go. So, and it doesn't guarantee any returns either. So you might as well go with organic, because you're going to get a better chance with that anyways. Organic is the best way to do it. So if you have any other questions, please reach out to us on Smart Social. We're on all the social networks. Would love to answer your questions. Even going on, if you're watching these videos on YouTube or Facebook or other sites in the past, come watch them. We'd love to talk to you more. Ask us questions. We're here to help you in your business to be more successful with social media.